Today. Wishing you all a very, very, very happy new year. So, today we have our first workshop, which is about goal setting. What could be a better workshop, right? So, today we are going to be discussing a lot. Sorry, just a minute. We're setting up Instagram as well. This is what happens when you're doing everything by yourself. All right. So today, Instagram just hung up on me. So we're going to fix it again. And for those of you who wish to come online on Instagram, please do so. So today we're going to discuss goal setting workshop. We have an amazing number of people who are willing to attend, and that's 300. I have never received so much of a response on LinkedIn and Instagram family. Hello, we are live now. Happy New Year to everyone. I hope you guys have an amazing blast last night celebrating New Year's. And today we're back to action. I always personally believe that 1st January is the place where you start. Okay, and I don't believe that we should wait till 2nd or 3rd to put your resolutions in place, and hence I thought 1st January should be the day where we are setting up goals already. Most of you may already have been setting goals, but if not, well, today's workshop is gonna help you. We're gonna make it very quick, 20 to 30 minutes, and we're gonna wrap it up. This is the process I personally use to create my content and to create my goals every year. Of course, last year was very, very low for me, and I did get off track from so many of my goals. But nevertheless, I finished my travel goals, I finished my social goals, I finished my health goals, and hence I am here to share with you what the art is like to create a goal. So today, let's just start. I think we've given enough time for people to join us online on YouTube and on Instagram. So hello again, and let's start with the goal setting workshop number 1. We're not going to start just with your goals. We're actually going to review every area of your life and where you actually need goals. So most of the resolutions fail by February. 99% of the resolutions just fail, and people forget that they even have to make a resolution. That's what I want to change today. So number 1, we're gonna start with reflecting what each stage of your life looks like. What's the number that you want? What's the number that you are currently at? And what it's going to be like to change it. Because you may think you need a health goal, but you actually need a finance goal. Or you may think you need a finance goal, but you actually need a social goal. And hence, that's the area we're going to start working on. Number 1, people will always tell you to go and start with a place where, number 1, it's always going to be about money, or it's always going to be about the degrees, or it's always going to be about your job. But is it actually the area that's needing more attention? Maybe not. And the activity I'm going to tell you, number 1, is definitely going to help. So if you have a pen and paper, that would be great. If you're watching this a little later, maybe you can rewind it. But if you're on live, I highly recommend you do this exercise with me. So grab a pen, paper, okay? And I'm going to grab that too, because I'm telling you guys to do it. And we're going to make it very short and simple and a little noisy. Excuse me for that. So now, what are we going to do? Number 1, I want you to jot down. This is a bigger step, okay? And as a life coach, this was the biggest opening that I had in terms of realization. So in case you want to do that with me, I would highly recommend you do that. Get a pen and paper quickly, and we're going to start on each area of your life, okay? It's really simple. It's just about numbering. So suppose I'm going to write each area of my life. Number 1 could be, of course, finance. Like, let me just go with the major ones. Number 2 would be work, because I take work separately from finance. Number 3 would be health, okay? Number 4 would be family time. Now, your goals, of course, 90% are same for everyone, but 10% is very specific to you as an individual. So although this exercise is mostly like common, okay, but you really need to take a little time to identify what is special for you and then try to do that. Now then go on, see what are the major areas of your life. So for me, like social causes or causes for dogs and cats are really important, so I'm just gonna note out social causes as well. All right, so social causes. Number 6, what else? Family time. Okay, and if you count friends and family separately, you may do that. If you count it as one, you may also do that. So I'm gonna put it as family time. Okay, number 7. What else? What else is something that makes you enjoy? So I could say, like, for me, refreshing is when I watch a movie or the time that I get to paint. So I'm just gonna put art, because art is a very important part of my life. And then just creation, because I'm a content creator. I love going out, I love shooting, I love creating content, I love thinking what my audience could need or what is something that I overcame in my daily life. So I'm just gonna put that in art as well, because for me it means the same, but for you it could be different. So because we're gonna go a little quick, I'm not gonna waste too much time on this. Now I have 7, you could have 10, you could have 15, but just remember, in the matter of 3 to 4 minutes I've jotted down 7. For you, of course, it could be more. All right, so now I'm just going to show it to you. This is what my list looks like. Of course, we're doing a mirror effect, so it's not going to reflect the way it is. Now what is the most important part is current situation. So on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you think you lie today? Okay, your current status. So for me, I feel like in finance, I'm maybe a 5 on 10 right now. Okay, work is of course 6 on 10. And today, what your belief is, and this is something, just a feeling that's going to come from within to tell you that, yeah, no, I'm a 10 today, no, I'm a 1 today, or whatever it is. So just go with the kind of feeling that you have, and that's what you're supposed to note down there. And take time to reflect on this once you're even done with your entire list. Okay, and it's completely okay to keep changing, but when you have that number, it can even be 6.25, it can even be 6.5. You're just gonna feel like, yeah, I've been true to myself. And of course, like I advise you, do this exercise in person. I know you may be missing a couple of tips here and there, so make sure you go back and just watch this video again and again. Riyyog on Instagram, and on Facebook, Riya Bhansali. So make sure you also subscribe. Right? So like this, you're gonna fill your current scenario. Okay, what is your current situation like? 6 on 10, 7 on 10, and you're gonna give yourself a number on each of these. So I'm just gonna quickly put in random numbers. I'm not gonna discuss too much. Okay, it's okay to be a 10 on 10 also, and that will also show you that you don't need an area to work on. But this is very, very, very important before you set your goals. For people who have just joined in, please grab your pen and papers, and this is going to be a fun exercise. Now, you've already determined what is needed currently. We're going to go to what is the number that you aim at. Make sure the number does not only have to increase. It's okay if you want to chill in one area also. So suppose my social causes, I've done a lot in the past year, okay, and I'm 11 on 10, and I really feel I need to focus on my art more. So I may also choose to bring it down to a 6 on 10 or like a 8 on 10, even though I'm doing brilliantly in that field. So that's completely on you, what you want to do, how you want to take it. So it's not necessary that every area only has to increase. No, you can also decrease it. You can also keep it same. Progress necessarily does not mean that you have to just keep increasing your numbers. It also means you're kind of setting back and giving yourself time and doing actually what makes you happy, not because this is not a target for somebody else, right? So let me just put it. So maybe I want to be an 8 in finance. Maybe I've put a 6 in work currently, but I want to be an 8 again. In health, I'm at 5. I want to be 11. Okay. Family, I think I'm also doing pretty well. So I just want it to be the same. Social work, I think I have done more than what is needed. So I want to cut it down to a 7, just by 1 point, like what I told you. And then just gonna fill in numbers. Now, if ideally you feel that this is the number, these are the areas of your life, these are the numbers that I'm truly like connecting to myself, if the current status, the place where I want to go, if this is clearly determined, you're going to be very happy with this list. And this list can also be like very revealing. So I know this is a mirror reflection, but this is where my current goal is, so where I stand currently and where I want to go. Yeah. So this, if you don't take out a pen and paper, this is gonna be like really in your head, and it could really confuse you, and I don't want to do that. Hence, I highly recommend, if you still haven't gotten your pen and papers, get it out now. Yeah. And it's gonna be worth it. So now this list itself can take you 1 hour to prepare, and it can be an eye opener for many things. What it can be, of course, you can book a personal coaching session if you want more reflection on it, and then we can take it ahead. Or those thoughts, I mean, the more you sit with yourself, by yourself, that's gonna be good. Next, what is the step? This should give you a mental clarity. If you're truly connected with yourself, you're gonna realize that, yeah, I need more family, I need less work, I need more money, I need less work, or something like that. And now is where you start your goal setting. So ideally your goal should be only in the top 3 or top 4. So now you take a difference, okay, where you're majorly lacking. Although you think that you want an X amount of money, okay, and that should be a priority. But if you realize that from your current goal, you're only like, few steps ahead or behind, maybe it doesn't have to be like a major priority. That's a goal that will eventually hit. Right? So that's the point of the self-reflection exercise. But if you think your health is something that you wanted to work on, but was maybe your 4th or your 5th priority, but you see a lot of difference, between your current and where you want to go, maybe that should be your number 1 priority. And hence the difference between the numbers that you're going to take is the priority that you need for your setting your goals. I hope that makes sense. Just take a minute to sink it in. The major difference that you're getting from your current to where you want to be in terms of numbers should be your most prior ones, and that's when you set your goals. Now, what could setting your goals be like? Very simple. Of course, have numbers in it. See what feels good. And this is something that I kind of like reflected on when I was in my sword recently. That if you achieve like 80% of it, also give yourself some time to like be okay with having errors or not being able to stick to your goals. If it's your diet plan that you're working, if you're doing 5 out of 6 days, that's 5 out of 7 days, that's great. Give some room for error. Or if you've done 20 meals in a week, great. If you plan to fast and you couldn't fast, give some room for error. And what that allows is it takes away the guilt that you have. Because most often what happens is when you fail once, okay, your mind really goes, are you worth it? Are you going to be able to do it? Is this all about? You wrote the goal and it didn't happen. And there's a lot of negative self-talk that's happening. When you give that room for error, which is very human, which is very natural, you set yourself up for more success than failure. And that negative self-talk doesn't happen. And if you do fail, most likely you're going to say, it's okay, it's fine, I gave this room for an error, this was bound to happen. Okay, there are going to be less of these days because I have only so much room for error, and you're going to be able to bounce back. Trust me, it works more than anything else. Next, what you're going to do, maximum 3 goals under each category is going to be what you're going to set up. So now suppose my family time is something, or artwork is something that I think should be my priority. Okay, so in that maybe max 3 goals. I would highly recommend only 1 goal to just keep it clear. Number 1, you're going to have room for error. So if you do 80% of it also, you're going to like give yourself credit for it rather than not doing anything. Number 2, you're going to set within that each category maximum of 3 goals. One would be ideal. So in art, how could it be 3? If that's what your question is, in art it could be, I want to shoot every day, I want to create new content every day, I also want to paint every day. So something on those lines. Okay, you could have multiple ones under each of this. Now, so once you've defined, now the thing is, we can go into extensive goal setting on a one-to-one session if you wish. And of course, you can DM me for that, and then we can sit and work on your goals. But mostly people already know what their goals are. So I'm not going to deep dive into this, but I'm going to talk a lot about the process before the goal setting and after the goal setting. So now, number one, the step for people who have just joined, number one, reflect what your current status is. Okay, I would like to call it the wheel of life. So now you know where you majorly live, make that a priority. Number two, and within each category you can have like a maximum 3 number of goals. For those goal settings, we can sit together for a personal session and then figure it out. Number 3, the most important step, review. Right? Because it's so easy to just write it and then like let the paper go off in one way, or the book gets lost, so your goals are lost, and so many other things. But this is some technique that a lot of people have taught me. 6 months, in 3 months, like every quarter you review what's up with the goals, so you ask yourself, you take some time to reflect, and you're like, what's up? Is it happening? Is it not happening? Are you still interested in it? Are you not interested in it? Do you want to pursue it forward? Why? Because towards the end of December 2023, you don't want to be guilty about this again. You don't want to be the one thinking कि क्योंकि 2022 में कोई goals नहीं हुए, 2023 में भी goals नहीं बनाते, right? So it's important to reflect. It's a very, very simple process. Again, you sit down, you do this table, you see where you were this year, you see where you are after 3 months, and what your goal is towards the end of the year. Once that happens, okay guys, once that happens, trust me, you're going to be either motivated, or you're going to do more and achieve what is lying ahead in the 6 months, or you're going to either change your goals. And that's perfectly fine to change your goals. It's perfectly fine to say, I don't want to be a part of that diet anymore, it doesn't work for me, I just want to maybe have a better skin this time, or maybe I just want to have better hair this time. And hence you're going to iterate your goals, like they say in science. You have to keep like evolving your goals, you have to keep changing. Like how people had it during COVID, it was unexpected, but when it did hit, you had to iterate your goals. So 3 months is a good time. If the goals does not resonate with you, it's going to be good that you get to change it within 3 months rather than waiting an entire year to change your goal. Self-reflection, reflection of the goals can also be done with me. Okay, I help you to get deeper into the goals and to kind of help wherever you are stuck, because a lot of people are still not true to themselves to say that no, I don't want to be a part of this goal irritates me, or this aspect of the goal irritates me. So I would highly recommend like book a coaching session and you'll see the magic of goal setting. I do this. I fail a lot of times, okay, and that's very important to know that it's okay to fail. But if you guys have any questions right now, it'd be lovely to take more questions. Where is it that you guys get stuck in goal setting? What is it that is stopping you from setting your goals or achieving more? And does this even interest you in the first place? So all of this is extremely important. And this was the short workshop, and I like to keep it this short because it's really helpful for people to grasp in, right? So I'll just go through it again. Number 1 is the wheel of life technique, where you write down all the areas of your life, okay, that are that you're interested in and that you think matter to you. Once you take the time, you find out what's the current status like, what's the status like that you want in another like 12 months. Break that down into 6 9 and 3, 6, 9 and 12 months. And then under each of the goals, set your priorities, write down your defined measurable goals, quantify them. If you have any trouble doing this, you should of course reach out to me during a coaching session. We can do this. If not, you already know your goals. You've got it. Okay? And then the most important is reviewing your goals. I think I'm an absolute, this is my favorite thing to do, is to help people reflect. So for that also, we can do a coaching session. We can reflect on how it is going to be, and if these goals are meant for you, if these goals are not meant for you, and then take it forward. So this was my short, quick workshop on goal setting. Now, it's very important to keep reviewing this even every month. Okay, I have a process that every last weekend I kind of sit on my goals and then try to see where it's heading, if it is heading or no, or if I need to simplify them further. And I have a coach who helps me. Hello, hi Shifod. Nice to see you online. Because of you, I do live workshops very often now, and I'm glad you do join them. So yes, but this is the end of the workshop, Shifod, and I really hope you all enjoyed the goal setting workshop. If there are any questions right now, is the time to ask me. No, today is a goal setting workshop, Shifod. We will not be doing exercises. Exercises are being posted on the channel. Riya Bhansali on YouTube, on Instagram, it's Riyyog. So please share with your friends the exercises that you like. If this workshop was helpful for you, please share it with your friends. If you require any more assistance in your setting goals, in the process, or you want me to elaborate more, please write to me. We can either get on a coaching call, I will reply to you online. But this was a great one. With this, I hope you all invest a lot of time in setting up your goals, in setting yourself up for success, in setting up more than anything, just doing something for yourself. I think that's very important, and that's something that I didn't do last year, and I want to do more of that this year. Shifo, thank you so much. Please share it with your friends. I'm sure this will be helpful to a lot of people who are seeking some real commitment, hand holding, and just wanting to do better in life. So with all of this, happy New Year. I hope all of you enjoy. I hope all of you make the most of it. And with your blessings and love, we hope we grow too. Riyyog has very big plans this year to do something, and I hope you get to see it once it's done. With this, thank you so much everyone for joining into the live. This is Riya Bhansali, and Happy New Year to all your friends and family, and I hope this year has growth stored in for all of us, and we get to celebrate with each other. Alright then.